More and more doctors are acknowledging the power of spirituality when it comes to health matters. Dr. Tom Rogers at Performance Medicine is here this morning with a very special guest to discuss the roles of prayer and the clergy in maintaining good health. Here is Dr. Rogers with more.
Thanks, Chris. I have a very interesting and great guest today who's not only been a minister to me, but also a mentor, a patient, and a great friend, Greg DePriest. Today, I wanted him to come on the show to kind of talk about how spirituality and prayer interact with health. Greg, thanks for coming, number one. What do you see as the main challenge to the many people that you encounter?
You know, Tom, the biggest thing that I encounter with folks is when I take prayer requests, and every Monday I sit down with all the requests that have been turned in, and the number one issue is always health. Number two is finances. So I really find that those two things are directly correlated to each other. I need better health, I need changes in my health, and I need my finances. And so the stress that is put on, you were talking about prayer. Prayer is great for peace of mind, but prayer can only do so much. Prayer helps the mind engage, and then we have to move forward with action. And so,
like a strategy.
With a strategy. You know, faith without a strategy is just a wish. So if I'm believing that I'm going to have a good future, but I have no strategy for that future, then I'm wishing, and it won't happen.
I think that correlates very well with what we do as far as preventative health and preventative medicine. If I can prevent something in your 40s that is going to happen to you in your 60s, you call it stealing from your 40s and to what will affect your 60s. Explain that to me.
Well, what happens is we let our 40-year-old us steal from our 60-year-old us. We have a short-range vision. You know, when I started coming to you is because I'm looking to my future, 10, 20 years down the road. The path that I was on was a path that my health was going to keep deteriorating, and I needed help. And just as I need a pastor, I need a lawyer, I need a doctor, I need someone to be proactive with me.
Kind of like a coach.
A coach, that is the key. You have become a coach to me. There's accountability. I know when I come to your office, I've got to step on those scales. I know you're going to look at me and say, how are you doing? And you know if I'm telling the truth or not. And so by having that accountability in place, it helps me be better. And it has improved my whole life.
I'm kind of like you. I think of myself as a physician, really as a coach.
That's right.
You know, I'm just there to hopefully give you knowledge, keep you accountable, give you the tools. I have the measurements that I can look at, but also the interaction between the doctor and patient to me is the most important thing. It's not really a number, but it's that interaction and the kind of relationship we develop that enables us to have a healthier future.
Well, you know, I think it is that interaction that we have to count on. And that is what you have done for me, is that huge connection.
Well, I appreciate you coming today. Remember, performancemedicine.net if you have questions. See you next week.
The preceding portion of Daytime was sponsored by